We are going to learn about the topic specific heat capacity. Let us take a beaker filled with water. For example, the beaker containing 100 ml of water. Now start to heat the water using burner. So to raise the temperature up to 40 degrees Celsius required time period of 5 minutes. Required time period of 5 minutes. The beaker containing 100 ml of water start to burning. So to raise the temperature up to 40 degrees Celsius required temperature time period is 5 minutes. Now we have add the amount of water is doubled. 200 ml of water. To find out time taken required. What is the time required? Amount of water is double, so time period also double. 10 minutes. Or initially 100 ml, then final also we have same amount of water is used. 100 ml to raise the temperature initially 40 degrees Celsius. Then again temperature will be doubled. So what happened? 80 degrees Celsius. So what is the time required? Time required also doubled. So the time required is doubled by if amount of water is doubled or temperature becomes doubled. So what is mean by heat capacity and specific heat capacity? Then heat capacity is equal to amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature. Amount of heat energy del Q required to raise the temperature is called as a heat capacity. Next one, specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity is equal to heat capacity per unit mass. Heat capacity per unit mass. So S equal to del Q divided by M into del T. Heat capacity is equal to del Q by del T divided by mass. So amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature per unit mass of the liquid is called a specific heat capacity. So heat energy unit is joule. Unit of mass is kilogram. Unit of temperature is Kelvin. So joule, kilogram minus 1, Kelvin minus 1. SI unit of specific heat capacity is joule, kilogram minus 1, Kelvin minus 1. Then specific heat capacity at a constant pressure. SP represents a specific heat capacity at a constant pressure. So define specific heat capacity at a constant pressure. So the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature per unit mass at a constant pressure is called the specific heat capacity at a constant pressure. Then specific heat capacity at a constant volume. Amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature per unit mass at a constant volume is called the specific heat capacity at a constant volume. Next one is calorimetry. a small device to find the loss of heat. To find the loss of heat. Then principle, amount of heat loss by the water is equal to heat gained by the body or surrounding. So amount of heat loss is equal to heat gained. Amount of heat lost by water is equal to heat gained by the body. So the calorimeter contains a copper vessel. Hot water is filled inside the hot water. They are covered by the lid. So the lid has two coal. When the stirrer is inserted into one of the coal, when the thermometer is placed inside the copper vessel through another coal, when the temperature will be marked as a scale. Okay, so the copper vessel placed inside the wooden box. Wooden is a insulator used to reduce the loss of heat, and it is enclosed by the woolen cloth. So a copper vessel containing hot water placed inside the wooden box surrounded by the woolen cloth. So wooden is used to reduce the loss of heat. It is a insulator. When the stirrer and thermometer is inserted into the copper calorimeter through the two holes in the lid. Now lid is open. What happened? The heat is lost to the surrounding. Hot water temperature will be start to reduces. For example, initially the temperature of water is 80 degree Celsius. Time required, we have start 0 seconds. Then to find out the time taken for temperature reduced for every 4 degrees Celsius. So 76 degrees Celsius for required time period is 10 seconds. Next minus 4 degrees Celsius, 72 degrees Celsius. Then 13 seconds. Then 68 degrees Celsius, 17 seconds. What happens when the temperature is equally reduced for 4 degrees Celsius? The time interval is 23, 37. 10 seconds, next 13 seconds, next 14 seconds. If 64 degrees Celsius, they are required 68 degrees Celsius, 21 seconds. So when the temperature equally reduced, if temperature will be reduces continuously, the time period will be increases. So to prove that the heat lost by the water is equal to heat gained by the body. Thank you.